All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Boom, and welcome to the Big Honker podcast from the friendly equatorial state of Knox City, Texas. I am Jeff Stanfield with the world famous Andy Shaver.
What is equatorial?
Hot as fuck, and that's what it's been lately.
Oh. Yes, it is like Shangri-La.
Yes, 90 degrees on the day after Christmas. Absolutely crazy. Our high on 4th of July was 88. I think we
89.
Were 89, and we were, 86 on
88.
Christmas Day? 88. 1 degree difference. The difference was at our house on 4th of July, it was pool, hot tub, shorts, fireworks. Christmas, it was no pool, and I was wearing a flannel and some overalls, and I could have been wearing fucking shorts and flip-flops because there was no difference in the temperature.
I had a sense of dread in my stomach.
It's horrible. I mean, I'm telling you, this is the winter of no winter. I don't know how much rain that we haven't had, but we have had, I think since July 4th, we've had less than 2 inches of rain.
I wouldn't doubt it.
And we probably got 1 3/4 of that one night.
Right.
It is dry and it's hot, and we've had a great season, and it is starting to get hot, tough
Woo,
real fast.
Boy. It
And
is
no
catching
wind.
up with us. Yeah, that's the crazy part is every morning there's no fucking wind blowing.
At Christmas break, it was windy every day.
Yeah.
We go back to work, no wind. Now tomorrow we are supposed to have some wind.
Yeah.
But we are struggling on the struggle bus right now, and most of the guys I know that are doing it are in the same boat right now. I mean, there's guys still killing birds. We have days we still kill a lot of birds, but it is a tough year. Now for us, we are catching up to a lot of the country that's been struggling. Hell, the guys from Illinois were telling me it's 60 degrees there.
Yeah. I just don't know. I don't know what to fix.
There's nothing you can fix. There's nobody to call into to piss. Every morning I look at the forecast. I'm like, who the fuck can I call and complain to? You know, there's nobody to. Where the hell's our winter at? Oh, I'm sorry, sir. We'll get that started tomorrow.
But I just don't know what to. I don't know what to do.
Is this the new norm?
Probably so.
It's starting to feel that way.
I mean, when was the last time that we had 2017 or 18? So 3 or 4 years ago. What scares me the most is this feels like 2008-ish. I remember 2008 being a very hot winter, and then 2011 was the year that everything dried up, which the way things have already dried up now, we might be ahead of the curve.
I'm really worried about a big drought. Absolutely scared to death of a big drought right now. I'm not going to lie. That's one of the things I'm really worried about, because even the long-term forecast I'm showing, all the tornado chasing stuff is not showing any big spring
Outbreaks?
No, it's showing everything looks the same. A big high-pressure dome in the middle of the country and nothing. Now, March 7th or January 7th through 10th, they're calling for this big snowstorm, and we'll see what happens. And I hope they're right. They're calling for a huge snow event. We just don't have the moisture. I don't think it'll happen, but I hope they're right. It is going to be colder this weekend. I saw where
we got a whole day of cold weather.
Yeah, 2 days now.
Oh.
They're going to give us 2 days,
Wow.
but that's not much of a cold front. But they're also 8, 9, and 10 days out. That's a long shot. They're just. I think I'll be honest with you. I think when they do forecasts like on WeatherBug and stuff, the 10 days. I think that days 7, 8, 9, and 10 they just go by averages.
This is what's going to irritate me, because we're gonna get that little cold shot on Sunday. We're gonna have guys here on Tuesday or Wednesday, and they're gonna be like, well, goddamn, y'all had some cold weather. 36 hours of cold weather ain't gonna make up for fucking 8 weeks of being in the 80s and 90s.
No, Rustin had it best the other day. When you show up at my lodge wearing flip flops, shorts, and a t-shirt, and you ask me, well, where are all the ducks at?
Yeah,
you answered your own question.
Well, goddamn, y'all had a north wind here the other day, motherfucker.
It's supposed to be.
You think that's gonna undo 2 months of 80s and 90s? No. Not happening, Bob.
High near 40 on Sunday now, so they're getting colder.
So see there.
And it's getting colder. So hopefully, but what I'm saying is...
But that needs to be prolonged.
Right,
One little shot like that's not going to... That's going to be a drop in the bucket.
What I'm saying is these long 10-day forecasts, they just go by averages. That computer just spits out the average the last 3 days. Sunday is actually going to be around 41. Monday, they haven't released yet. The 10-day guys are just going by averages. They're not going by what's going to happen.
Well, mine says 48, 59, 70, 73.
Which days are the 70 and 73?
Tuesday, Wednesday.
That's the days they don't. That's what I'm saying. After Sunday, it's all the computer just spits out an average. It's not going by a forecast. Sunday is the last day of an actual real forecast.
Right.
Tomorrow, Monday, will probably be a lot lower on that thing is what I'm saying.
Well, Great Bend, this says Great Bend on Monday is going to be 50.
Again, Andy.
No.
The average.
Monday here's 59. Monday in Great Bend's 50, so it warms up.
That's going by. What is theirs on Sunday, though?
Sunday, 37.
That's the last of the actual forecast. Everything else goes to average is what I'm telling you.
We'll see.
That's what they're doing. They're just going by average on that Monday. So it don't matter if you go to Minot, North Dakota on Monday, it's going to be average again. Sunday is the last actual day of a real forecast, 7 days out.
Well, Sunday in Minot's 21. But Friday is 11 below.
Yeah.
Or high.
Right. But 21 is probably close to their average high, maybe a little bit more.
Ooh, wind chill of negative 29 in Minot right now.
Yeah, and but there's supposed to be another push of it. We'll see what happens on the weather-wise.
I hope so, because
we need it. We've had a great season. Wow, my gosh, we've had so many good clients here. We've had good people. We've had some hard hunts. We've had lots of really good hunts, and it's just hunting.
Yeah, but it sucks.
It does when it gets tough. When it's good and we were rolling and good every day, I thought, it ain't long till it's going to be a bad day. We've had right before Christmas, we went through 3 days of no wind, and then today was no wind. Thank God we got wind tomorrow.
We're going to answer a lot of questions tomorrow on how big of a role does the wind play.
Yes.
If we struggle tomorrow, oof, I might just fucking cry.
I consider you an intelligent person.
Well, it depends on it. Speaking of which, my the last podcast that we did, somebody messaged me. Did you know that all of Santa's reindeer are female?
No, because their horns don't grow. The male's horns don't grow or fall off in early spring or something.
The male's antlers fall off in late fall, early winter. Therefore, if Santa's reindeer have antlers, they're all female. So Rudolph is misgendered.
You do realize there's not really Santa's reindeer.
Well, Jeff.
Right. Let's just get to that point.
We do.
Whoever pointed this out, they do realize that we know that Santa really doesn't have reindeer, and he really don't fly.
Sure.
And a fat guy don't really go down your chimney.
Yes.
Okay.
But all the pictures, his reindeer have antlers. Technically, they're all females.
I had a lot of messages about that. One guy even messaged me and told him that he was looking for to eat some reindeer piss or something. I can't remember exactly what it was. I had a lot of. It was Christmas, and first of all, I want to tell everyone, I hope everyone had a Merry Christmas. I appreciate all the messages that we had. Merry Christmas, all the good things. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. The people that sent us gifts, I do appreciate that also.
You got gifts?
I got some, yes, and I'm very much appreciative of them. You didn't get any gifts from anybody? Hey, you're an asshole, Andy. Everybody knows.
I didn't get anything from anybody.
Yeah, you did. I saw our credit card bill. Mom bought y'all some stuff.
No, I mean, none of the listeners sent me anything. They're sending you everything.
Well, they have good taste. Okay. Thing I want to talk about first. First, I want to ask you this. This is a smart guy. That's where I was going to. In history of our world, has there ever been a time when someone else holds it against you and they're on the right side of history?
Where they hold it against you?
Where they make you comply to rules.
Oh. Maybe Nazi Germany?
They weren't on the right side of history. That's what I'm saying. Has there
we had rules in America during World War II that we had to adhere to.
The Japanese internment camps.
No. Well, I mean,
that where you held someone against their will or made them force them to do something that you were on the right side of history.
The Indians, Native Americans.
Were we right on that?
Depends on how you fucking look at it.
Do you think?
I think if you ask a Native American, then no, we're not on the right side of it. But today.
I'm not an Indian sympathizer.
Neither am I, but
so
here's how Dr. Peterson says you need to look at history. You need to look at it not as a victim, but as an oppressor. because more than likely you would have been a Nazi prison guard. You would have been the one with the rifle to the back of the pregnant lady telling her to get into the gas chamber. You would have been the one passing out blankets full of smallpox. It wouldn't have been you, more than likely. You probably were not going to be the victim because you would have done whatever it took to save your own skin.
Okay, but my question is, in history, has there ever... What I'm getting at is all this vax shit. In history, are they wrong or are we wrong?
I mean...
I think history is going to show that we were right to not stand... we were right to not fall for whatever the hell they're up to. I guess that's what I do. I don't know. But in historical times, the person that's making someone else comply to their deals most of the time have been wrong.
Rome.
Nazis.
What about
Mongolian
Rome?
Empire. The British. All the times. Colonization.
Yeah, but I mean, they
everything.
lasted for forever.
Didn't say that they weren't in power for a while. There was not a more powerful regime probably more than the Mongolians or the Germans.
I thought Rome had the biggest empire ever.
The Roman Empire also. All of them were that way.
Unvaccinated Americans see Omicron as vindication. I don't know what that means.
I see it as a temporary cold. Is what I see it as.
I'm trying to think of a time.
That's what I'm saying. There's not very many times that we can look back and say, they were right for forcing that on somebody. The slavery with the Confederacy. And all kinds of different rules and laws. How about this new law here they just passed in San Diego starting on January 1st, 2022? If you're a restaurant and you have edible food that goes spoiled or out of date, if you don't give that to a food bank, you can be fined. I don't think that's a bad rule. The problem I have with it is that if you're a mom and pop store and you've got 3 bagels that are left over and you don't take them to someone, can you get fined for throwing away 3 fucking bagels? Or is someone from that food bank going to come to you to pick them up? Because you shouldn't be required to have to deliver stuff to them. That's just making more cost on you. Mm-hmm. They say that 40 million pounds of food a year is thrown away in San Diego, I read.
I'm sure that is right. I'm sure if you look all over the world, it's astronomical. But to tell somebody that they have to forfeit over their food it's ridiculous.
I think so, too. And my next question is when are people going to start being accountable for themselves?
Never.
It's getting worse and worse.
That's what college has done.
College is the reason for this?
That's the whole reason.
A lot of them fuckers have never been to college.
We've pushed the goalpost of accountability way too far. Used to be, you'd graduate high school and, you're your own person. For Ron's generation, it was 16, 17 years old, and you go out, you make your own way in the world, and then now college is here, so it's the Peter Pan syndrome. It's let's push this a little bit further on down the line. Now all of a sudden you're 24, 25 years old before you have to take any accountability. So my answer is never.
You're 18 years old in 1940, 41, 42, 43. There's a good chance you're going to end up in Normandy, Iwo Jima, on a boat in the middle of the South Pacific to Pearl Harbor, wherever it was. That's where you were going to be. I don't know what the percentage was, but I'm going to guess half of the kids that graduated high school in 1940 ended up serving in the armed forces across the seas, fighting for our country and our freedom. Mm-hmm. And it was expected. Today, I wouldn't take 1% of the 18-year-old kids and expect them to have my back and be in a spot where I needed them to depend on them for anything.
No, because I've seen a lot of 18-year-olds, well, not 18-year-olds, but young adults come through this fucking lodge and they're worthless. Tits on a boar hog. Most of the kids that we see out here.
Nah, I think you're a little wrong on that. There's a lot of good kids because they're hunting and their dads are different.
Well,
I think you're
no common sense.
You see a lot of kids here who never ever hunt. Like we had one here the other day that was fucking absolutely clueless about anything. He had no life skills at all, but he could work the shit out of an iPhone, I bet.
Most of the kids I see have no life skills at all. Zero. Zilch. Not negative.
And it's because their parents don't ever make them do anything.
Well, it's a different breed, Jeff. I've realized how old I've gotten. Maybe I am like a fucking junior high principal. I don't know.
God, I wouldn't want to do that for anything.
No, fucking one guy in the group said I was like a junior high principal.
One of the what?
Yeah.
He said you were like a junior high principal?
Said I reminded him of a junior high principal. Try to be funny, but not very funny.
Who was this that said that?
I don't know.
That's pretty funny, though.
Somebody in the group. But The kids today, they have no social skills. Sarcasm just goes straight over their head.
I'll give you
I don't know. Sarcasm is a weird, because it goes over a lot of people's heads. Because I tell people, like, where we park the car, even for people, so I get it. I bitched about, people asking me where we're going to park the car. So I've had a couple guys.
I don't understand what the big deal is.
What do you mean?
I don't understand why you're such an ass about that.
Hold on, and I'll get to it.
Okay.
I've had a couple guys since then that listen to the podcast, and that you can tell they're like, "Hey, where are we going to park the car?" And I'm like,
they're trying to be an ass.
Yes, they're being a dick now. That's expected.
Good for you.
That's expected, and I'm fine with that because we all get a big belly laugh from my junior high humor, and but there's a couple guys that don't listen to the podcast, and we had 5 bags. So here's the deal.
You still hadn't got to the point of
I will.
parking.
No, I will. I have a routine. Okay, I do it every morning.
You're very anal.
Not anal, organized, proficient, not gonna waste a step.
Anal.
No,
you are
absolutely
anal.
not.
You are anal, very anal.
No, I'm not. I'm proficient. I'm professional, and there's a certain way that we're gonna do things. So when we get to the field, we find where we're gonna go. We find where we're gonna hide. We pull out the blinds. Okay. One person gets started on building the blinds with the clients. This gives me time
to get your decoys out,
to figure out what I'm going to do with my decoys. This gives me time to set out an outline of my decoy spread. Because if I don't, it's fucking helter-skelter and decoys are everywhere. They're in the fucking kill hole. It's a mess. So you set blinds out. I get an outline done. Here, just a loose estimate of what we're going to do. And then we're going to put all the decoys out. Then I'm going to go get brush for the blinds. Then I'm going to get tumbleweeds if we need it for the blinds. And then we're going to park the pickups and we're going to hunt. That's my routine. When somebody comes up and the blinds are not done yet, I've still got over 3/4 of the decoys that I'm going to set out, and they want to know about where we're going to park the car. But that's not even in the next fucking 5 steps of what I've got to do today.
Have you ever thought about explaining to them at dinner at night and say, listen, we'll park the cars last, and I will handle that after we get all the decoys out and the blinds done?
Well, that would be like me explaining that I can see the geese just as well as you can. You don't have to tell me that there's geese coming off the roof. Well, yeah, I understand. I see the geese. Yeah, you're right.
Those people don't know that, though.
But you don't have to tell me.
You think all guides that wears them out when people tell them about where the
birds are? I
hope
so. Yes, because it's like I know where the birds are. I scouted it. I know they come from the fucking southeast. Every morning. There's one roost lake in my area. That's where they're going to come from. I promise you. I got it. I know they're there. I can hear them and I can see them just like you can. You don't have any fucking Superman powers and you're blind. I see them. I hear them. When they get into my zip code, I'll do something about it.
Do you think every group has that guy that does that for them?
From what I've seen this year, yes. There's multiple of them. Multiple.
I've seen guys that come in the group and will laugh about it even.
It's.
Is that worse than the guy that needs hearing aids that talks real loud to tell you they're right there?
It's comparable.
Our YouTube video on the crane hunting, we've got a regular here, an older guy, and he's a good guy, and he's a really good man. He's a good friend of ours, and he's deaf as shit. But there they are right there. Yeah, no shit. They're 20 yards away. We can see them.
But with the park and the pickup, I just don't get what the fascination is. It's like, do you not see all the shit that's laying around right now? That's where your mind goes, is where we're going to park the pickup?
And this happens every day?
Yes. Not every day, but 6.5 out of 7. And it's just like, do you not take inventory? Like, can you not read the room? Like, that blind's not done. We've got all these bags of decoys that hadn't been touched.
Do you think the other guides, does it bother them as much as you?
I know it bothers Blake quite a bit.
But
we had somebody the other day 4 fucking times. And we told him after the first time, when we're done with everything here, we'll go park the pickups. Yeah, well, it'd be nice, kind of figure out where we're going to park the pickups. And here's the bad thing. This is what's just cherry on top. Everywhere I go that I scout the night before, I look at where I'm going to park the pickup.
Yeah, it's pretty much a common deal.
I know where I'm going to park the pickup. But at this point, when you ask me where I'm going to park the pickup before I'm ready to park the pickup, I'm not going to fucking tell you. I'm going to tell you I don't know. We'll figure that out. Maybe I'll pull the tarps out. Cover up your pickup with some tarps. Blue tarps make it look like water.
Or a cotton module.
Never know. So that's the bad part, is I know the answer. I know the answer before I even fucking set out the first decoy where we're going to park the pickup.
Well,
because I've been hunting this area my entire fucking life. I've hunted pretty much every field out here, parked the pickup at every field out here. I know I'm going to park the pickup. But when you fucking break the chain of command and you break the sequence, I'm going to hold on to that fucking secret until the very bitter end. And I'm going to make you fucking think I don't know where I'm going to park the pickup. Because that's why I told Blake, we're hunting this one field, and it's got, you go around the corner, and there's a nice fucking hide for vehicles. Park there every fucking time. Where are we going to park the pickup? I don't know, bud. I don't know where we're going to do it. I got 4 bags over here. When these 4 bags are gone, I'll figure out where I'm going to park the pickup. And I would set out bags of decoys, and I would count down.
Now see, you're coming off as an asshole there. Big time asshole.
Well, after the 4th time of me getting asked where I was going to park the pickup, I had enough.
The guys are excited. It's all part of the deal. I have guys come in here in the office all the time. Where are we hunting at?
And that's fine. That's to be expected.
Hold on. We're going to hunt the roller bevel.
You can tell them that.
I do. They don't have, okay. That's what I get. Okay. We're hunting the hern.
But then here's the deal. If I tell somebody where we're going to park the pickup, he's going to do a bad job of explaining it to his buddies, and then I'm going to get 7 people asking me the same question. Jim Bob said we're going to park over here?
I'd say we're going to hunt west. We're going to park them west of here. I'll let you know when we're done. And that'd be the end of it. I wouldn't be an asshole and say after 1 bag. Because then I'd say, fuck that guy. He's an asshole.
I am.
You are.
Big time.
And somehow it hasn't showed on your tips is what's amazing.
Well, Jeff, I'll overcome it.
Well, you must have.
But, my goodness.
They're just excited.
I understand. But ask me once, and I give you an answer. Let it go until we're done.
Yeah, but this is something new to them. They're excited, a lot of them. We've had some new hunters
Jeff,
this year.
It was in 7 minutes of where are we going to park the pickups.
They forgot.
You're telling me he didn't fucking move. I was setting out decoys. He was standing with his hands in his pocket. And every time I'd come back, where are we going to park the pickup at? Are you fucking kidding me? I've set out 2.5 dozen decoys is all. Are you kidding me? And then I'd go get another handful, and I'd walk back and start setting out decoys. You figure out where we're going to park the pickup yet?
Does this happen every morning?
No. This was just one morning. This was the morning.
So this is not like an everyday deal?
No.
Okay.
Me being a smart ass like with the bags and stuff, no, that was a one-off.
Okay, see, everybody was coming across your dick
No,
night.
not every morning. No, not every morning. This was just this particular morning. This gentleman asked me 4 times in the span, me and Blake. First he asked me. I gave him my standard answer. Then he pulled the mom and dad routine, and he went to Blake.
Bad cop.
And he said, Blake, where are we going to park the pickup? And I heard him, and that's what pissed me off, because I just told him 30 seconds prior, we'll figure it out when we're done setting everything up. And then I heard him ask Blake again, and then he asked me, and that's when I fucking lost it. I said, we've got 4 bags left. I'll figure it out then. And I started counting down how many bags. No. Now, I see what you mean. No, I'm not that way every morning.
Okay, see, everybody was coming off at your dick. Someone's already turned the podcast off.
Yeah,
what a fucking asshole.
No. Absolutely not. But
okay.
Just that particular time, whenever he did the good cop, bad cop thing to me, I felt my innards warm up.
I have the guys that come in my office, and I'll have someone come in. Now the guys come in, they were regulars. They probably won't do it. But a lot of new customers will come in and ask me, where are we hunting tomorrow?
Yeah.
And then I name them a field. They're like, oh, okay. I'm thinking, fuck, you don't even. We made those names up, the tobacco fields where we're hunting. Well, fuck, the tobacco field in Kentucky and the tobacco field in Knox City, Texas are 2 completely different. One probably has tobacco and one of them doesn't.
Right. No, I've not had. It's been probably. It's been the last couple of groups have been pretty good. I hadn't got the pickup. I'll probably double up on it the next couple of days now.
Let's change it up for a minute. Speaking of people getting, I read a deal the other day, and I meant to talk about this. There's a kid, not a kid, he's a grown man. He's your age probably, I think, too. His mom was the head coach at Tennessee, Pat Summitt. She's one of the greatest women's basketball coaches of all time. I thought she was a lesbian. Well, she has a son, so I kind of thought that too. But I guess she dabbled with some penis once in her life. Anyway, she's got a son, and he was the head coach at Louisiana Tech, and he knocked up one of his players. And he was married to another lady. So, anyways, him and this girl got a divorce, and he's married to this lady now, and they have a kid, and they're raising this kid. And he doesn't want to coach no more, but his wife's a head basketball coach at a high school there. But he hasn't coached. He gets $173,000 a year of his mom's pension until he's dead.
Why?
I have no clue. That's what I kept thinking. Why the fuck would your kid get part of your pension?
Oh, she was in early 2011. Summit was announced she had been diagnosed with early onset Alzheimer's.
That has nothing to do with him.
Well, I'm wondering if it was set up. Oh, she's dead.
Yeah. He
died in 2016.
He gets $173,000 a year till he's dead his whole life. It's just like, well, he don't have to work because he gets a check. I mean, I understand if she left him a bunch of money, that's, good for him. But he gets a check from the state of Tennessee for
She left the entirety of her estate to her son Tyler. So I'm sure just whatever.
No. He gets a check from the. I can't understand why the state of Tennessee would be paying an ex-coach, his son, $173,000 through his life. I don't get that. I don't, and it. I don't understand some of these deals. I don't know if that's a contract that she signed that said, "Hey, I'll coach here, but my son's going to get a check for the rest." Then it'd be a little different. But it act like it was her a retirement from the state of Tennessee goes to him.
Right. I bet it was whatever contract she had.
Anyways, I thought
set it up. Well, I'm sure we can find out. Man,
but he's getting $15,000 a month the rest of his life. Yeah, I did too. I thought she was a gay woman also. That's just kind of rude of us to just assume just because you coach women's sports that you're a lesbian.
When Summit retired, she opted to collect a monthly benefit of $14,000 or $173,520 annually in 2012. That benefit, with an annual cost of living adjustment, will be collected by her son the rest of his life. Summit has been humbled by his good fortune, saying, "I'm sure bigger for a moment when she left me." But I don't know why.
I've never heard of that kind of deal going on. I've heard of them leaving, a life insurance policy or anything like that. I understand. But to just leave him that kind of money for the rest of his life and the state pay him, I thought was kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Anyways, I thought that was kind of weird. I read that and I thought, I'm going to say something about that. Did you see the lady on the Delta flight, the lady spit on the guy?
I did.
And slap him? They arrested her. The FBI arrested her. And this is what's sad. How many people out there thought, well, it's probably another FBI agent they're covering for their ass? Because they do that. The FBI has a horrible track record lately. And I don't think it's the field agents. It's all the bureaucracy in Washington, D.C. But nobody trusts the FBI anymore. But that lady was fucking nuts. She didn't have her mask down, and she's hollering at him because he don't have his mask while he's eating and drinking, then slaps him, and then spits on him.
Yeah.
I have never hit a woman in my life, but it would have been hard for me not to cold cock that bitch right there in the fucking aisle. It would be really bad if I cold cocked her and then she spit and laughed at me and hit me fucking right back in my jaw.
She might do it too.
I'm telling you, she's fucking crazy.
I'd put her in the old fucking rear naked.
What would you do if that would have been you?
Well, I would personally like to come from behind, and I would stick my finger in her butt.
We're not saying a porno. But what would you do, seriously, if you'd been
my finger in her butt?
No, if you'd been that guy.
That guy?
Yeah.
Probably what he did. Yeah, he took the high road.
That'd be hard. Did you see his face? It was all scratched up where she slapped him. He was bleeding.
I didn't see it.
But, I mean, that's hard to do.
Number one, he probably couldn't get up. You know how hard it is to get out of those airplane seats? Like, you're not going anywhere in a hurry.
Well, I would have laughed at first thinking, this bitch is crazy.
Yeah.
But when she slapped me.
It'd have been tough.
I've been hard. And what gets me is, where are these cray-cray tough bitches that are on Facebook all the time? Because you hear them all the time. I'd whip that bitch's ass. I want to see one woman. I would like to see a lady like that and somebody go Felicia on her ass and see some other woman grab her and fucking beat her ass right there.
I felt bad. The poor stewardess, she was an old lady. The other one was gay.
Oh, that fucking dude wasn't doing shit.
He had the drink cart, like trying to push her like that.
He was.
Karen ain't going nowhere with that fucking drink cart. Like, she's fucking latched in. And then finally I saw two big black guys came up and they were like, "Excuse me, ma'am." And they handled it.
May I dance with your dates?
Yeah. But
can you imagine? Hello, gay Leon there. Go get her ass, Leon. He didn't want no part of that shit.
A fucking 65-year-old stewardess lady had a better shot at diffusing. Yeah. But I mean, I understand this doesn't happen on every flight, but you need somebody.
Somebody's got to have some balls on the deal.
But you need somebody on your crew that can, like, what would have happened had that been a dude, like a 6'2". What? Let's just take the mask and all that. Let's say there's an altercation on an airplane with two grown men.
There's an air marshal on every plane.
Where the fuck was he? He was sure taking his fucking sweet time diffusing that one.
It might have been that big black guy.
Might have been that big black guy. he was going to let that white man get punched.
Somebody hollered, "Get the pilot!" And somebody else goes, "He's busy flying the plane."
He's getting us to where we need to go. He's got to get this Airbus where we're going. But I mean, seriously, like, what if just in a drunken brawl, the Cowboys lost, and let's say there's Cowboys and Redskins.
How about just two NFL linebackers getting a fucking fight on an airplane?
Well, that might be tough anyway. But just two normal guys
land this fucker fast.
Just pissed off at one another. They've been jabbering since, they had a couple cocktails in the bar. They got pissy at one another, and then all of a sudden they're sitting behind one another. I mean, the old lady stewardess couldn't do anything. The gay stewardess couldn't do anything. Like, you're gonna have an issue if you don't have some good Samaritans on this plane.
You know what I think's coming down the pipe?
What?
Banning alcohol at airports.
No, I don't.
Oh, the only reason they won't do it is because of profit.
Mm-hmm.
But take the profit out. Like I said the other day, an airport's the only place in the morning you can have a drink and a taco or a cinnamon roll at 7 o'clock in the morning. Nobody thinks nothing about it.
They're like, hell yeah, brother.
But banning alcohol would probably fix some of these problems, because I'm bet you she was fucking drunk.
I'm sure.
And that probably had something to do with it. God dang, you travel all day, you've been fucking in and out of airports, you get delayed and shit, and you're irritable, and then you see a guy not wearing a mask eating some Cheetos and having a water, and you decide, I'm going to go off on this fucker.
Well, they've already banned alcohol on planes because of this.
I thought you could drink again.
I don't think so.
Yeah, when me and Mom flew back from Seattle, they was having liquor on the plane.
Maybe first class.
Well, we were flying first class, so
I think first class is the only place that you can get.
It's okay to be a rich drunk, but can't be a poor drunk.
Yeah, those peasants behind this curtain.
Shit, right there.
I'm serious. I don't think that you can drink if you're not in first class.
Hey, Michelle.
She left.
She's gone. Never mind. I was thinking flying back from Boston that there was served alcohol.
I don't think so. I know on all our flights you couldn't get anything.
When we flew back from Seattle, they had it because I offered to buy for the military kids. There was a bunch of Army guys on there and Air Force guys, and I told the lady, I said, I'll buy. I gave her my credit card, and I said, I want to pay for all those soldiers' drinks. And I was like, well, hold on, this is a 4-hour flight.
Wait
this
a
might
second.
get awfully expensive. She goes, I'm not going to charge a soldier for a drink. Give me my card back. I was like, thank God there. It might have been costing me a bunch. Might be awful embarrassed when she come back and say, your card is overdrawn.
This is airlines ban alcohol on flights following spike in violence. That was June 3rd of 21.
Maybe so. That's the last flight I remember because I had a drink on that flight.
American Airlines will not serve alcohol on flight until...
And someone said they wish we would show this. Got a message the other day and said, I wish y'all would show what y'all are looking at.
I saw that also, but whenever we have 4 people, I've only got 4 inputs. So I've only got 4 inputs for cameras. But when it's just you and I can show it.
Okay, good.
American Airlines will not serve alcohol on flights until 2022.
Woohoo! In June we can get hammered, or in January we can get hammered again.
So there's that. I didn't think, because we flew, what did we fly? I think we flew American to St. Lucia. But that's what's interesting is, so you can go get liquored up in your 3 hours sitting in the airport, but your 90-minute flight to Miami, we're saying no more alcohol.
Mm-hmm.
That's a weird line to draw.
That's why I said I think what you're going to see is going to be airports be alcohol free.
American, Delta, JetBlue, Southwest Airlines, pretty much all of them, looks like.
I remember flying when I was in college. We went to Jamaica one year, and we flew, and all your drinks were included on your flight.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
To Jamaica.
To Jamaica. We flew, and it was a charter deal, but it was but alcohol was included on your. It was free.
Right.
And what's bad is some guys on the flight I knew, they stole some beer off the bottom of it, and they found they were stealing free beer that wouldn't even matter anyways.
Dickheads.
Yeah. Looking back now, you talk about how it's fucking stupid to steal a fucking $1.25 beer, $5 beer, whatever it was then, and get in trouble over it. Just dumbass. But when you're young, you're fucking young and alcohol. Oof.
But I'm sure she was drunk. But I don't know. It's a weird parallel it's a weird line to draw. Like I said, you can go sit in the bar for 3 hours, get on the plane, you got to sober up. I don't know. Maybe you're right. You've lost another bet to Shanahan, they said?
Yeah.
What about?
Hold on just a minute. We got on a field. I just wanted to get us on for tomorrow.
Well, good. Was it about
hold on.
The Chiefs?
Hey, Harry, round up a screw gun and some Phillips head screws for me and some Phillips so we can go put a TV at my house when we leave here in a minute. Yes.
I
bet him $100 the Chiefs wasn't going to make the playoffs.
Now they're
Fuck, they look like Super Bowl champs now. I'm telling you right now, if I had to predict who's going to be in the Super Bowl right now, as much as it pains me, it's going to be the two Dallas teams, the Texans and the Cowboys, the Texans and the Cowboys, because the Chiefs used to be the Dallas Texans.
Oh.
And they moved to Kansas City. But right now, those look like the two best teams in football. Now, the Cowboys
played Washington last night.
That's they have played a horrible. The last couple teams, when they were 8-4 a couple of weeks ago, and it was gloom and doom for Skip Bayless, Dallas has played teams that were stricken by COVID the last 2 weeks. But don't take anything from Dallas. They looked really good last night, and the Redskins are a shell of what they were a couple of weeks ago.
Redskins.
Well, 3 weeks ago, Washington was not a bad football team. They've lost Chase Young, and they've lost some players. But
it's going to be hard to get through
It's going to get hard to beat Green Bay, and it's going to get hard to beat Tampa Bay in the playoffs.
Well, here's the deal. Somebody said if the season ends today, they would get the Eagles. They'll beat the Eagles in the wild card. So let's look at their.
They're going to play the Eagles twice in a row probably, because the Eagles are probably going to be the second playoff team unless it's Minnesota.
So they beat Washington last night.
Mm-hmm.
They beat the Giants,
who are fucking horrible also.
They beat Washington the week before that.
Who were horrible. The last 3 games have been against teams just beaten to nothing on their team.
They beat the Saints.
Yep, with Taysom Hill, and when they were doing that, and he was not healthy and couldn't do shit.
They lost to the Raiders.
They lost to the
Chiefs.
Chiefs.
Who are not that great. They lost to the Chiefs. Atlanta's terrible. Denver's no good.
They lost to Denver, though.
Minnesota is a good win. That was at Minnesota.
Yep.
Kudos for that.
And they beat New England in overtime.
Kudos to beating New England.
Yep.
You beat the Giants. You beat Carolina. You beat Philadelphia. Chargers was a big win.
Yep.
So, I mean,
I'm not taking away from Dallas. I think Dallas is a legit team to chance to go to the Super Bowl. Yeah, but this is the problem with the Cowboys. Their defense is playing really good right now, but they fucking have played Washington, New York, and Washington, and New Orleans, 4 teams that really struggled offensively. The Raiders put fucking tons of points up on them. They held Kansas City to 19. So
that was when Kansas City was going through whatever Kansas City was going through.
But right now, I think the Chiefs are the team to beat. I think the Chiefs are the best team in the AFC, and I think that Dallas has a chance to play Green Bay or Tampa Bay in an NFC Championship game. I wouldn't be surprised if Dallas won the game. I really wouldn't. Now, Arizona is a team that's weird because Arizona absolutely looks horrible now. They don't look like near the team. They look like a typical Cliff Kingsbury team. They start out great and they fall apart.
You got a small quarterback. He's dinged up now.
Yeah.
It's just this is what's going to happen with the Cardinals every single year.
Yep, and they don't have DeAndre Hopkins. It's just like Baltimore. When you rely on your quarterback to run, that's why it's called a quarterback and not a fucking running back. If you rely on him to fucking run the ball, it's not any good. I think that I don't know. Right now, I wouldn't be surprised if Dallas was in the Super Bowl right now. I really wouldn't be.
That's interesting. So there's the NFC. Packers, Cowboys, Bucks, Cardinals. And then you got
Rams, 49ers, and Vikings. Eagles are playing for a bunch this week. They need to win to get into the playoffs.
Right.
So they're going to give Dallas some, and they've played a lot better lately. But
actually,
now
I think that might be a week.
But I saw Miles Sanders is out this week. Now he broke his hand. He's not playing.
Really?
Yep.
Well, Cowboys get all the breaks. Here it is right here on NFL.com. But I don't know. Now,
if Dallas gets a free bye, if Dallas ends up not losing again, and Green Bay loses one game, they're going to be the NFC. They're going to have home field advantage throughout the playoffs, and that's a big thing.
So there it is right there.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Those are all that's clinched.
Mm-hmm.
Packers are 12-3. Cowboys are 11-4. Cowboys shouldn't lose another game.
No, I don't think they will either.
They play. Who did I say they play?
They play Arizona and Philadelphia.
Philadelphia. Where do they play? If they play in Philly, that might be a game.
I think they do play in Philly.
The Packers, I think I looked at their schedule. They got Minnesota, and Minnesota's not an easy win, and then they got the Lions. So
the Packers should, if you have to go through Green Bay to do it all, Dallas ain't going to the Super Bowl. They're not going to beat Green Bay in Green Bay.
They've never beat anybody at home, Jeff.
Well, they will. They will. This will be their year to do it. And I'm telling you right now, if this happened right now, Dallas would have to play the Buccaneers before they play the Packers. Will play the Buccaneers, and I don't think Dallas can beat Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay's defense can get after you.
Tampa Bay.
But I'm still right now. I'm telling you right now, if the Chiefs and the Cowboys, but it's gonna be tough for Dallas to do it. But they're hot right now, and that's the teams that get hot are the ones to do it.
I think it's the Colts.
Boy, Indy looks damn good. Whew, because they can run the fucking ball. Where are they at on the list over there on the playoff spot?
See, I still don't think that's updated because it says next opponent is the Cardinals. Well, it says right there, next opponent for the Packers are the Browns. So that's obviously not updated on NFL.com.
That's not NFL.com. That was Yahoo.
No, it wasn't. NFL playoff picture. After week 16.
Okay.
That's the AFC. I don't want the AFC. So Tennessee's still leading in the South.
Yeah, and I think they get the big boy back pretty soon.
So there it is right there. Indianapolis, first wild card spot. Second wild card spot, third.
Pittsburgh's still in the playoffs.
Still in there.
That's crazy. Baltimore Ravens are out. That's great.
On the bubble.
Chargers are falling apart as usual. So they should have kept Anthony Lynn. I still say that was stupid to fire him.
Russell Wilson, I feel bad for him.
He looks like shit, though.
No, he's cost himself a lot of money, I think.
Yeah, he's going to get a 2-year contract worth about $40 million instead of about $60 million probably.
Is that accurate right there? So if the season ended today, that would be the matchups. So the Cowboys would play the Eagles twice.
Yep. Rams and 49ers.
Rams and Niners. Bucks, Cardinals. Bucks would win that easily.
Ravens and Titans. So the Ravens, okay, that is updated. So the Titans would knock the Ravens out for, I think, the third year in a row.
Mm-hmm. Tell you what, if Big Dick Joe plays like he did the other day,
woo,
that might be a hell of a game.
Bills and Colts.
Now that's if the season ended today. So
obviously
a lot can change in the next 2 weeks. But shit. I would take Tennessee. It's hard. It's hard to bet against the coach in the playoffs. It's like betting against Saban for a national title.
He's really good. Let's talk about that.
What, Saban?
You think Alabama? Do you think Georgia gets a shot at Alabama? Do you think Georgia has a chance?
No.
I don't think so either.
No. It's Bama's to win. But NFC side, Cowboys, Rams, Bucks. I would love to see I would love to see Rodgers just spoil another Cowboys shot at the Super Bowl. It's what he's good at. It's what he does. He made his living on it.
I don't think that he's ever beat Dallas in an NFC Championship game.
He's beat them in the playoffs.
Well, I understand, but Dallas hasn't been in an NFC Championship game since 1916 or some shit.
No, he ruins their season.
I think it's been 25 years since the Cowboys been in the Super Bowl.
90. They beat, what was it? They beat the Pittsburgh Steelers on the last one, wasn't it?
I don't know. It's been a long time since they was in the playoffs.
That was would have been Switzer.
They have an opportunity this year. They've grown. They've gotten a lot of breaks. They've had a very easy schedule and they can't help. They've beat people that's on their schedule. The NFC East is horrible. I saw where Dak is 24-6 against the NFC East in his career. Mm-hmm. And they haven't been very good, but I don't. They're going to be good.
So here's my question to you:
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that the NFL is rigged?
No.
You don't think so?
No.
Because you don't think that they want Mike McCarthy to go back to Lambeau for the NFC Championship?
Fuck. Why do they give a shit?
Hmm?
Why would they care if the fucking Cowboys are playing?
Ratings, Jeff. Ratings.
Their ratings are through the roof anyway.
Ratings.
No.
You don't think
First
the
of
NFL's
all,
rigged?
No. Fuck, you think you're going to have a guy kick a 57-yard field goal and you know that's going to happen? No.
I think it's rigged. Parts of it.
What part?
Most of it.
Well, name it. Give me an instance.
There's just too many times where like I think Vegas plays a hand in what the NFL does.
Look at the Vegas odds to go to the Super Bowl right now.
No. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying there's games throughout the week where you're like, you were this good and now all of a sudden you're this bad.
Well, fucking if it would have been just a fluke deal here or there, Baker Mayfield don't throw 4 interceptions, they might beat Green Bay.
Yeah,
and Green Bay's
exactly.
a better team, but they didn't win.
But
what?
Did Green Bay cover?
I don't know. Why don't you look and see the odds for the Super Bowl right now?
Okay. But that's what I'm saying. Did Green Bay cover?
I don't have a clue if they did or not. I didn't bet on the game.
But 4 interceptions? It's not hard to throw an interception, Jeff. I was a quarterback. Trust me.
A couple of them were deflected passes.
You just tell them.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that every game is fixed, but I think that there are definitely some games where you're just like, where did this come from?
So you think Baker Mayfield was in on throwing 4 interceptions?
I think he might have known about it.
But if he wins, he's in the playoffs, and then he's getting a big contract. Yeah. Go ahead and do it, NFL
Okay,
playoff.
what am I looking at?
Super Bowl odds.
It's going to be the Bucks. I'd bet.
No, I don't think so.
You don't think they're the favorite? The odds are starting to see some major movement. The Chiefs, Packers were 900 plus 900.
Baltimore Ravens, that has to be fucking old.
What's that? Oddshark? That's got to be a good website.
I have no clue.
Chiefs
and Packers.
Oh, tied at the top.
Yep.
That's low-hanging fruit.
There it is, plus 400, plus 650. Tampa, Buffalo Bills. Then the Cowboys and the Rams are tied.
At plus 950?
Yep.
So what does that mean, Jeff?
I don't have a fucking clue.
Means if you put $100, you win 95?
Michelle, when I tell you I don't have a clue, it means I don't have a clue. I don't know what it means.
Because the thing to do would be, I don't know. I should have bet on the Packers in March. Fuck. Missed more money, Jeff.
What do you want to bet on it right now?
Huh?
What do you want to bet right now?
The odds are shitty, Jeff. That's 100 for $40.
I don't know if that's how that works.
I think that's how that works.
Okay, well.
My time in Vegas, that's how it works, Jeff.
Okay.
Oh, there it is right there. Those are the opening odds.
Yeah,
plus
currently they've gotten better. Or
so
worse, or whatever it is.
The Cowboys would have been the good one because they were plus 2,500.
So is the Indianapolis Colts.
So you put a hundo down, you win 250 if they get there.
Okay, well, what about the Indianapolis Colts?
What are they?
You still plus 160.
2,500.
Yeah. Cincinnati Bengals, 8,000 at one time.
Woo! That would have been smart money right there.
Yeah, they're not going to go to the Super Bowl.
But they're not going to go to the Super Bowl.
Nope.
It is murderer's row in the AFC, which is why Tom Brady left.
Did you see where change it up again real quick. Chris Wallace, you went to CNN? Last night was his opening show come out. Lowest ratings, TV ratings ever for a show on ever.
On CNN?
Yeah, who the fuck's going to watch that goofy big-eared fuck anyways? Anti-American piece of shit.
What did Manchin do? He saved the country from what I've seen.
He
voted no on the spending bill?
He told him fuck no, basically. And what's funny is Bette Midler comes out, old redheaded twat, comes out and she's bitching about it.
I bet you give her money in October.
Who?
Bette Midler.
Why would I give her money in October?
Because I bet you're going to watch that new Hocus Pocus. Or somebody
won't.
Somebody in your household will.
Yeah, your mother.
And process. Let's work this out a little bit further.
My grandkids?
Nope. You and mother are married. What's hers is yours. Money that she spends for Bette Midler is also your money, which de facto you've given Bette Midler $8.75 to go watch a movie.
I'm not going to fuck a movie to watch that shit.
I didn't say you were. I said your money is going to Bette Midler's pocket.
I hope not. But anyways, Bette Midler come out and was ripping on the people of West Virginia. Called them a bunch of illiterate fucks,
What did the people of West Virginia do?
It's funny, come out. Their literacy rate is higher than New York's and California's.
So they can read better?
Yes, and she come out and apologized. No, didn't say nothing about wealth.
Well, I said they can read more well.
Yes, they're more educated than people in California and New York are. So then she come out and apologized to them.
Right.
Then the big Donald come out and said that
the big Don.
He said, I'm fixing to release some stuff about Bette Midler that will be interesting to everyone. So I guess he's got some shit on her. Maybe she offered to suck his pee-pee one day or some shit, and he turned her down. He'd be like, what's in it for me, Bet? But anyways, Manchin has stood up, and they did a poll in West Virginia, and his numbers are skyrocketing because people approve of him.
So he's got some dirt on her.
I guess so. Real facts about Wacko Midler will be released in his new book.
Oh, Trump's got a new book coming out.
Yep.
Oh, wow. Tell you what, that guy can make the fucking money. I think it's better for him that he did not win. Because, and
it's not been better for the country, though.
But let me explain. I think a lot of these things were going to happen, regardless of who was in office. So, Trump is now out of the way. It's not his fault. Biden's fault. We place blame on him. I think that we do some things to correct it. and then we win the midterm, and then some of this wacky shit via COVID has ironed itself out by the time 2024 rolls around. He can come in and be the savior. I think a lot of what you're seeing in America right now would have played out regardless of who was on there or who was in the White House.
I can't disagree with you on all of that.
I'm not saying everything. Now,
no, I understand. I understand what you're saying. There's some things that were in the works that were going to happen anyways.
Yes.
Like this Omicron variant.
It was going to come and wreak havoc.
I read something really scary about that today.
Omicron?
Yeah. I don't think Omicron or whatever the hell you call it is going to be the death sentence for the world because it's not that bad.
Right.
Some people are going to die from it, and that's horrible. And if someone in your family died from it, my apologies. I'm sorry. God bless them. I am because I know that's a real thing that's happened to people, but it's not worth doing all the shutting down we have. I think there's one person that's died from Omicron so far. But they said, I read a deal today that said there's going to be 500,000 people a day that are going to be affected by this. They're going to come up, whatever it is. I think they're trying to shut every fucking thing down again. I hope they wait till February to do it. But I don't think, I think they need to let this some bitch play out and just be the end of it.
Because okay, hold on. I'm trying to read what Trump did something with he helped the inflation. I guess with some of the early COVID shit kind of didn't help anything. That was early.
Well,
anyway,
Donald Trump is going to get,
but I
in
think
a fair election, Donald Trump wins the next election easy.
But like I said, I think maybe having Trump take 4 years out, let some of this shit correct itself, might not be a bad thing.
I think the next, the Democratic cycle, the next 3 years is going to be something in history to see, because I think the Democratic Party, which is Obama and Susan Rice and them, that's who's running the country. It ain't Biden. Don't have a clue. Just like the guy the other day said, let's go Brandon. And he said, yeah, let's go Brandon. That fucker's like saying, hey, go fuck myself in front of the country. He don't know what he's doing.
Do you think surely that's not the first time he's heard that?
I don't think he even knows
You don't
what
think
it
his
means.
team has got to him and like, listen,
I don't think he understands nothing.
you're going to hear let's go Brandon in the next couple of months. Just don't buy into it. It's nothing. It'll blow over.
Have you heard of, have you ever been around anybody with Alzheimer's?
Well, yeah. But
Okay,
I mean,
that's what he's got. He's got dementia. He don't know what's going on.
Or do you think that like he's just that fake of a person? Like he doesn't do anything that's off the cuff. Like, do you think like he heard that? He's like, that's right. Just being the politician that he is. Hell yeah, let's go, Brandon.
I think that's part of it, but I think another part is he just don't understand. He cannot figure out the difference between the two. He's just a fucking dumbass.
So, somebody tweeted out like, imagine the poor son of a bitch that's supposed to have the delay switch. That's not. He's fucking taking a bite or drinking a swig of his coffee, and then that comes on. He's like, oh shit. Trying to get to the fucking button to get that collar off the air.
Well, they said today he had a press conference, and they said, okay. He said, oh, I'm sure some guys like to question. Okay, Jeff, to the reporter. And they was like, we're not going to be taking questions today. Oh, we're not taking questions today. And he's a confused old man. But he won't be the Democratic nominee, even if he's alive between now and then. And Kamala Harris won't either. So we're going to have a whole political party. It's going to have to implode itself. I think they want Gay Pete.
Well, that would make sense. He's done such a wonderful job where he's
horrible.
Where he's at.
But
be our luck, he'll adopt another kid and have to take another month and a half off.
That would be the best thing happened to him. But they're going to have to get rid of Kamala and him. Kamala's not going to go down swinging without swinging, I don't think, because I think she's one. Now she's blaming the problem with the press because she's not a white male. If she was a white male, listen, if you weren't a white male, you would have known. If you were a white male, you wouldn't have been put in this position to be vice president. You were only put there because you were a minority female. That's it. Bottom line, it's not because of anything you done or who you blew. That's why you're there.
Anyway, I don't know what I'm looking at. But no, I'm excited. Trump's got a new book coming out. That'll be interesting to read. That motherfucker, I'm telling you what, he's a genius. Whether you agree with his politics or not, he's made a lot of fucking money.
Yep. Washington Post comes out and says, it's impolite and alienating to assume I follow your religion, so you should not say Merry Christmas to me. Fuck you, Washington Post. On behalf of the Big Honker Podcast. And Merry Christmas. I had a guy get on my Facebook the other day complaining about me wishing everybody Merry Christmas because it was a pagan holiday.
Did I start that?
No. This was a guy that's on the deal, just was complaining about it and Jesus was born in June or something. I don't remember. I just told him, you know what? I said, Merry Christmas to you and God bless you.
Like
Jesus and God are the same person, so I don't know what anyone's problem was.
Was he like poking at the last episode that we did?
No. This guy was just a dipshit, and he was on my Facebook, and I put a post on there, Merry Christmas. I had a picture of our family or something and said Merry Christmas from the family, and got on to me for celebrating Christmas on December 25th.
When are you supposed to celebrate?
I guess June 27th next year. We're going to throw the old tree up and start it then. We're going to knock Christmas and 4th of July out during the same week.
Because that's the thing. Like, if you take a stand against Christmas, all you end up doing is not celebrating Christmas.
Yeah, so I didn't understand I don't understand why, if it's the wrong. Let me tell y'all something, folks. I'm born on leap year. My birthday is February 29th. If you want to send me a gift on June 3rd, I'll take it, gladly accept it. So I'm not having a problem with it. I really don't think Jesus has a problem with people celebrating his birthday 3 months after it really was supposed to take place. We don't know. If he would like to come and clarify it with us, I would love to have him tell me that. If I heard that loud, booming voice that said, Jeff, my birthday is September 6th, then on September 6th, I'd do it. I'm telling you right now.
Would you put up a tree also, or would you just...
If I heard the loud, booming voice, I'd put lights up on my house, myself.
But maybe... I don't know. But, like I said... Because these were all things that I'd mentioned, so...
Yeah, maybe a guy was one of your asshole
So are you calling
likers.
me a dipshit?
No, you don't call out people for celebrating Christmas. That's what's wrong about the deal. I mean, it's not like we're burning Christmas trees because of him. We are celebrating his birthday. So whether it's 3 months off or 6 months off or 2 days off, what does it really matter?
Right.
I mean, we're recognizing it for what it is.
Mm-hmm.
You know? I think all the Christmas gifts and all that stuff is bullshit. But
would you rather have it as a Mardi Gras like it was in the 16 and 1700s?
You mean titties and beads?
Lots of just debauchery going on.
I don't know if I really want titties and beads, but I would love to see Christmas get back to the guy who does our shirts and stuff. They did a Christmas this year, and the rules were everybody had to make the gifts for someone else. That was it. You couldn't buy nothing. And I thought that was pretty cool.
Boy, that really handicaps me.
You're a good one person made one of those books with all the pictures on it and had it sent off to do that of the family, and there was something else, and somebody made someone a scarf or something, whatever it was. I thought it was really nice. I would like to see Christmas get down to a deal where as a family you can't spend more than $500. Not per person, for the whole thing.
I was about to say.
I'd love Christmas then. I think Christmas is way too commercialized.
Well, of course it is.
And it's gotten worse and worse and worse and worse. I guess it has. I don't know. I want Christmas shopping one day.
I want to know what real facts about Bette Midler. Does she have a penis or what? Like what?
She looks like she could.
What have you got here?
Is she the one that was married to Elliot Gould, or was that I get her confused with the other one. What's the other fucking
Don't worry, I'll tell
Barbara
the real
Streisand.
facts. Right.
I get them confused. He called her a washed up psycho. I would agree with that, and basically the same as the ladies on The View.
I always get her and that one lady from The View mixed up.
Joey Behar.
Yeah.
Who the fuck named that bitch Joy? Whew. Yeah. Miserable cunt is what I would name her, not Joy.
Yeah. I don't know. But
all right, well, let's get off of here. We've got a long, busy day, a week ahead of us. Thank y'all for listening to us. God bless you. Hope y'all had a Merry Christmas. Have a safe New Year's. Please don't drink and drive. Get you a designated driver. If you live close to Knox City, you need somebody to come pick you up, I'll do it.
No, you won't.
Yeah, I would. If someone called me at 12:30 in the night and they said,
12:30?
I'm drunk, can you come pick me up? I'd come pick them up.
3:30.
I'd still do it.
Oh, boy. That's a big ask.
If someone was drunk, and I'd rather them do that than drive and kill somebody.
Oh.
And you know what?
You're going to lecture them the whole time.
I'm not. No, I won't. I won't say a word. The next day I'll call them when they're sober and fucking jump their ass.
You didn't jump Blake's ass.
He didn't drive.
Well, I know that, but he still got quite tooted.
I don't want to tell the story about him getting drunk and trying to crawl in bed with Stoner. Okay, I'm not gonna do that. But
he wasn't worth shooting the next day.
No, he wasn't. And he
Poor kid.
And he got shot by your son.
I feel bad for him because we came over. So he got drunk Christmas Eve.
Mm-hmm.
We came over. They came over like 11 o'clock Christmas Day, y'all's house. We came over about 6 o'clock, and he's like, your fucking kids started yelling and jumping on me. And he's like, I just wanted to be hungover and watch football, and now I got to play all of a sudden. And they're screaming in my ear, and it's like, holy hell.
He drank too much. I didn't know he drank 3 bottles of wine.
4.
Oh.
4 bottles of wine.
Vodka and Big Red.
Vodka and Big Red, beer, bourbon. We had cigars. I mean, that's a lot of mixing. And then, here's what it was. We told him, because I'm a good friend, I said, listen, you're going to want a liquid IV. Help you. Yeah. Found out he put it in his fucking wine. You're supposed to put it in a bottle of water, multiplies your hydration. He put it in his wine, which I think multiplied his wine intake and just really fucked.
It's probably got a sign on it. Do not put in alcoholic beverages.
Sure.
Well, it all started Blake's bad choices. Well, we could go way back. The choice he made when he decided to order a Moscato at the Pelican in Wichita Falls.
He likes wine. Give him a break.
That's a girly wine.
Moscato?
Yes.
It's delicious.
It's a sweet girl wine.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah. Well, the guy looked at me and looked at him. I thought, we're not on a date.
Well, you never know nowadays.
He said, boy, your husband's big and ugly. I said, yeah, he is.
Well, I'm getting him liquored up tonight.
Oof. All right. Everybody have a great day. God
Merry
bless y'all.
Christmas. Happy New Year.
Bye.
Before you leave, go check out all of our great sponsors. Check out Gundog Outdoors, Goose Creek Retrievers, Bangtail Whiskey, Eyesight Drones, Stanfield Hunting Outfitters, Looking Glass Duck Club, Lucky Duck, Dirty Duck Coffee, Boss Shot Shells, Dive Bomb Industries, Pacific Calls, Shin Gear Waders, and Steak Plains Meats.